Kind of like a game. All right, let me get to the PowerPoint. All right. Again, that's when your written test is. All right. It should be Mind's Eye, page 16, 17. This is what it looks like. All right. And you can kind of see the owl hidden in there. All right. All right. Can you guess the image? I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do some of them. All right. Can anybody guess the image? Or 2 points. And you don't get 2 points for trying. You have to get it right. Yes. Well, let's find out. You are John Jean Han, right? It's a tennis ball. No, he got it. We'll do five. We'll do five. Easy. Come on, guys. Yes. What? Okay, you are right. Sorry, she is right. That's nice. Light bulb. Okay, light bulb. So this is the third one. We're gonna do two more after this. Does she know? I don't know. Hadim. Let's find out. Let's see if Hadim is right. Nope. Yes, I heard you say it. Taeyang. Okay. I can't remember if it's actually a watch, but it does look like a watch. No, I know. I'm saying I would still give you credit for it. I'm still giving you credit for it. Only 1 point. It is a watch. All right. Now we got the fourth one. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go with and points because of points. Oh, you got a lot. All right. Hyunju, what do you think it is? Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting because I have it set up. Okay. Yeah, Kyunggu. Eyebrow. Oh, you got a lot of points. All right, Junmo. Eyelid. That's almost right. No, right. All right. Hitting the eyelash. I'm pretty sure that's, if I remember correctly, that's what it is. If I'm wrong, that's. And one more, we'll do once. And the last one. For 2 points. Hyunju, what do you think it is? I'm sorry. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Hyunju. You had your hand up. Huh? You had your hand up, right? Yeah, Hyunju. What kind of web? Well, he says spider web. What do you say? Same? What do you think it is? Let's find out. Both of you. It's not correct. Oh, you said dandelion? Mine is no, we're not playing anymore. But anybody want to guess? For no points. Cassette tape. Remember those? Anybody? Oh, cassette tape. Wow. All right. We're going to skip guess the animal because I was trying to wait for the PowerPoint. All right, this is the text, and I did say if you wanted to see what those are in kilograms and centimeters, you can use your device. All right, here we go. Should be me reading. Usually go through many physical changes from childhood to adulthood. For example, a baby boy might weigh 6 pounds and be less than 20 inches at birth, but might grow to 265 pounds and 6.5 feet tall by the age of 20. In addition, people go through many mental changes. In fact, in some ways, the development of our mind is greater and more important than the growth of our bodies. Here are some important cognitive milestones that children go through. 0 to 11 months can recognize the faces of family members, can respond to facial expressions like smiles, begin to connect words to objects or pictures. 1 to 3 years can follow instructions from adults or caregivers, can imagine and make up stories or play imaginary games, may begin to tell lies about things they did or did not do. 4 to 8 years can recognize basic emotions like happiness in other people, may find the actions of their friends can affect them, can use more than one method to solve problems or puzzles. 9 to 12 years may like to set a physical or mental challenge for themselves, can understand that their actions may have long-term effects. 13 to 17 years can detect most emotions such as disgust or shock in others, can understand and influence the beliefs of other people. That's it. I gave you guys time to do this, but I'm sure some of you did not finish it. So I'll put the numbers on the board, take a look, and you know how it works. Pick a number and wait. So this should give time to others who haven't finished this. It's time to get it done. But yeah, as a matter of fact, before you raise your hands to tell me which number you want, I'm going to check your attendance. One student is marked not here, and it's the same one always, Minju. If you know Minju, please. I don't want Minju to fail. Say, hey, your name is still on there. Make sure it's not there. Okay, so first, pick a number and wait. That's no. We're gonna have at least 5 points. There, so wow. Damn. Oh, Lord, no, damn. You said number four. Thank you. Pardon? It wasn't me to do, but all right. I'm turning around and see if that hand is actually up. 3. So, ooh. Oh, behind. Uh, you're students like. Now I'm just gonna look at who needs the points. 11. 11 points is item five. Those 12 points on again, if you've already been picked, don't put your hands up. But I'm looking at points. 15. Only one hand up. No. 15. The other song. Number 10. Number 10. All right, so when you feel ready, we'll start with number 1. Whenever you feel ready, you can start. Mhm. 2.
Development is the process of growing and changing.
3. Right. And which means 4. Mental experience. Not the body, right. 5. Mhm. 6. Right. 7. Good effect. Right. 8. 9. And 10.
Context means informative or simple to learn.
Yep. I'm looking around. Anybody changing their answers? Nope. All right. So this is to expand your vocabulary. We're going to have uh, the noun forms of connect, detect, and imagine. Those are the verbs. And the verb forms of challenge, development, and belief. And the adverb forms of mental and physical. All right. So why are we doing this? Because, and let's look at the reading. I'm trying to think. Yeah, development, that's a noun. But on the test, it might be a verb, right? Or it might be an adverb. So just because it's a verb or noun in the book does not mean it stays a verb or noun for the written test. They might change it. All right, so first I'm going to give you guys time. It does say use a dictionary if you need to, which means if you want to use your devices to help, you can. But we're going to start with the noun form of connect, detect, and imagine. All right, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means 8 students get points. So each student, one word. We're going to start. There's no choice here. We're starting with noun form. You can choose any word, connect, detect, or imagine. It's your choice. And if you think you have it, raise your hand and let me know. And this is where you do get a point for just for trying. Uh, okay, go ahead.
Long-form connect is connection.
So we have 2 more words. There's no limit here. Take as long as you need. But connection, Wait. Okay, go ahead.
No, or imagine or imagination.
Yep. Well, you said detect, right?
No, I should
You connect, right? I want to make sure because the last one is detect. Okay. 14. Okay. Giving him the wrong. Okay, go ahead.
no, don't or that is
All right. All right. So connection, detection, and imagination. Now, the verb form. So now we have challenge, development, and belief. I already gave you, I accidentally gave you the point, so go ahead.
all the urban homes of
Only one. Yeah,
development is gradual.
develop. Yep. All right, in the back.
So form of belief is belief.
Mhm. And one more. Yes.
Form of child is challenge.
Yep, so change there. All right, now comes the adverbs for these two words. We have mental and physical. One of the, oh, we have 3 students, 2 words. You got a ton of ones. 13, so Ayun. And in the front here, because you have a ton.
So Edward from Edward or mental is mental.
Mhm. Yeah, most, not all. Most adverbs end in ly. I talked about this last time. When we were doing Bogota. Okay, so now in your groups, choose one. What has been the biggest challenge so far at Yeongnam, and what methods have you been using to overcome this challenge? Or when it comes to your health, what's more important to you, your mental health or your physical health? All right, when I come to your group, you can either tell me about another student or about yourself. It's your choice. But you pick one of these. Now, if you're going to talk about yourself, then each of you can pick one. It doesn't have to be the same. But if you're talking about another student, then as a group, you need to pick one. Okay. Your group, your choice. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go.
Cells. On 20. It's we're looking at the knowledge. So we already actually yeah. What do you have with drugs? What is that? Which mass. Therefore, well, the stories, the medicine, you or going to evolve, stop by the 굉장히 이렇게 생각하고 있는 거. 내가 봐야 돼. 내가 저런 끌어들여. 그냥 역시 제가 보면 무슨
나 몸이 운동을 공부 안 동안
Space of B. B is big. What else? That's important. Yeah, that's yes, plus. Come on, this is a little level. Not important. Yeah, it's not casting. So that's or high exercise mind was. And then it's peaceful.
If you're doing as a group or one by group, then you have to wait.
하나만 얘기하면
Wait, don't you want to wait? Give that student a chance. Anybody else? Ready? These two groups are waiting for somebody to come back before they start. So in the back, anybody ready? Student? Okay. And you're evening. It's just so what's more important? Yeah. Maybe which one? Mental. And why is that? It does I'd say why.
Because if our mental health is broken, then it follows physical problem.
Okay. So mental health, yes. Okay. What else want to add to that? No. We're looking at the grammar here. Go take a look at the rule for infinitive and gerund. Yes. What do you got to fix metro or physical health?
Physical health is very important than mental health because we got self-esteem through workout.
Right. And so
So
if you're not physically healthy, what do you think happens to your mental health? Does that, do you think that has an effect on your mental health?
Mental health is connected to physical health.
I mean, you think the physical health is more important as a group. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing the grammar next. Let's take a look at the rules for the grammar. Okay.
So thanks, special too. Remember the file. This is stuff.
Physically, they're more ignored. We're doing the grammar like the rules. ING and infinitive. Somebody else has their hand up. I thought somebody was doing, oh, you guys are doing kind of like. Okay, okay, go ahead and start.
It's just we times there. We go
Oh,
by.
I put it to you, okay.
And then some spices, so seeing when it is more,
Or your, the group thing.
yes.
We're gonna do the grammar next, infinitive and definite forms. So you guys ready? Okay, go on. What methods are you going to use here? Which you get a lot of people do walk class. Anybody else have? It's subway and bus, well, maybe.
It's number two. And maybe mental health is more important to those those statement are mentally. Of course, they are self-love, so if one thing is wrong, then another thing is worse too. But in my case, usually mental is core in my health, like in mental health is very important. No, no, start is more often mental because my still I'm not so when I go to prison from dormitory, I feel like later. So story is story.
I said that we're gonna do grammar next, and you can see that exercise V, you have to listen, so you don't know what they're going to say. But first, let's look at the grammar. All right, so we have infinitive. Basically, an infinitive is to plus the verb, so to teach. Well, you have the verb, but you have to in front of the verb. Infinitive comes from the word. What word do you think it comes from? Infinity. To infinity and beyond. All right. And of course, and the ing form. So when two verbs are used together, the second one is often, not always, is often an infinitive. For example, to do or an ing doing. All right, so some verbs take only infinitives. For example, agree, decide, hope, manage, plan, promise, and wish. They promised to buy her a book. Like I said, that it's the verb with to in front of the verb. Some verbs take only ing, for example, avoid, delay, dislike, discuss, enjoy, finish, and mind or don't mind. We enjoy staying here each year. By the way, does everybody understand the difference between if somebody says, "Do you mind if I sit here?" What would and you are fine with them sitting here? What would you say? If I ask, "Do you mind if I sit here?" and you are okay with it, what would you say?
I don't mind.
I don't mind or no. Now there was the story of a Korean who went to America. I think she was middle school, I think, and everybody thought she was rude because people would ask, "Do you mind if I sit here?" And she thought she had to say yes so that they could sit, and she said yes, and they're like, "Hmm." And then she learned that it's no. Now you could say, Oh, yes, please sit. Oh, fine. But if somebody says, do you mind? And you don't want them, you would say, yes, I mind, or yes. And if you are fine, then you would say no, which means no, I don't mind. Okay. Some verbs can take either, well, they can take either one. For example, continue, hate, like, love, and prefer. I prefer eating at home, but my partner prefers going out, or I prefer to eat at home, but my partner prefers to go out, or my partner prefers going out. You can mix it. You can have both. You can have one of them for one for the other. All right. So when you were looking at the grammar, I hope you were looking at the instructions for what we're doing for the listening, which is you're going to check. Uh, are they using the infinitive or the ing form? And of course, I will ask who needs to hear it one more time. All right.
Speaker 1. My son is beginning to follow my instructions. Speaker 2.
My young daughter loves dancing and singing.
Speaker 3. I have two girls who both hate eating broccoli. Speaker 4.
My boys managed to break our TV last week.
Speaker 5.
My son just finished reading an interesting book.
Speaker 6.
My 7-year-old girl hopes to become a doctor.
All right. Who needs to hear this one more time? All right. So actually, I will play it one more time as I give you guys your points, and we'll do it as a class.
Speaker 1. My son is beginning to follow my instructions. Speaker 2.
My young daughter loves dancing and singing.
Speaker 3. I have two girls who both hate eating broccoli. Speaker 4.
My boys managed to break our TV last week.
Speaker 5.
My son just finished reading an interesting book.
Speaker 6.
My 7-year-old girl hopes to become a doctor.
All right. Number one, infinitive or ing form. I gave everybody points, so infinitive. Number two, ing. Three, ing. Four, five, and six, infinitive. All right, everybody, close your books. You look. You can't look. Close your book, you can't look. All right, so, because I'm showing you something from the book, and the answer is in the book. Okay, so first, all right, look at the girls in the photo. What similarity and differences do you think they have? Well, first, what are their physical similarities? Yes,
Gender.
they're the same gender. Okay, in back, yes. They're both wearing white t-shirts. Right next to you, yes. Yeah. They're both sitting together, okay. So white t-shirts, same gender. They're both wearing the same type of pants, and I think the shoes might be the same. Any other similarities? Yes.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
They're smiling together.
They're smiling.
See.
They're smiling. If you were to, I guess this is more of a judgment thing because you can't really tell. Could you tell if one or both of them are polite, outgoing, rude, shy, anything like that? Just by looking at them. You're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but if you saw them, what would you think? Mm-hmm.
I think they were shocked.
Shy? You think they're shy? Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna ask why, don't worry. Okay, before you open your books, anything else? No, before, anything else? All right, open your books. Guess what? They're twins. They're both, you would never have guessed that, right? Oh, they're twins. One of you looks shocked. They're twins. Cognitive bias can make it hard to believe the truth about Lucy and Maria Almer. They are twins. So we're going to talk about cognitive biases now. You know what I'm, okay. Cognitive bias. Cognitive biases. All right, so read these situations and what would you think or what would you do? All right, so you are at a park. A young boy is crying. A woman sitting next to the boy is looking at her phone instead of taking care of him. What are you going to think? What would you do? What's going through your mind? You're sitting next to this one woman who's on her phone, and next to her is a little boy crying, and she's just looking at her phone. What would you think or do?
I might think that I don't know if she is mom or aunt or sister, but she's too hard to put.
She's being hard on the boy, okay? Yeah, she might be related, but she's being hard. Yes?
If the woman is his mother, I think that's kind of one of the parenting. Because whenever the baby is, because every time she keeps paying attention to him, then I heard that it's kinda not good. So ignoring the baby's crying is kind of one of the parenting.
Anybody else have any opinion? Okay, so we assume that it's the mom, but it could just be a woman. And then maybe the boy's crying because he doesn't know where his mom is. Right? And she could be looking, like, who can I call here, to find out? We don't know. I mean, you could ask her too, like, is this child yours? Right. Okay, you are at a drugstore. You have been waiting to pay for a long time, so there's a long line. And you're at, I know in Korea they have pharmacies, so let's say, because it's Korea, You are at a very busy pharmacy, so there's a long wait. Uh, Suddenly, a man runs to the front of the line, buys one thing, and leaves the store without saying sorry to anyone. Runs in, buys it, and the person at the counter does not say, please wait. Oh, okay, here you go. And then he leaves. What do you think? Okay, we have two students, hopefully not the same. Yunju,
He's very rude.
you think he's very rude. What do you think?
I think he is very busy. Busy.
Okay, but then again, we all are, we all probably busy but we're patiently waiting our turn. Okay, every time I've done this, nobody has ever said, maybe he's a doctor or a nurse and called and said, we really need this medicine like right now. And the pharmacist said, oh yeah, okay, go ahead. If you come, I will give it to you. You don't have to wait. Nobody has ever said that. We don't know. Now you could, once it's your turn, I'm sure somebody else would probably ask, why did you just let that man buy the drugs he wanted and leave? And the pharmacist would probably say, oh, he's a doctor or he's a nurse. It was an emergency. That's the only thing that I could think of. All right, so we have the actor observer bias. You're going to hear an audio. Wait, looking if you have time for that. You're going to have, that is when everyone is responsible for their own behavior except me. And here's an example of actor observer bias. People are so inconsiderate when someone else litters. Sorry. Now, this is the same guy. This is the same guy. But there is no trash can when you yourself do the same thing. So when you do something like throw the trash down, you're like, there is no trash can. I'm not going to just hold on to this the whole time. But when you see someone else do it, you think, oh, that's so rude. Why are they throwing the trash? So what you think is normal for you, when you see someone else do it, you think that's not good. But you're doing the same thing. That's the actor observer bias. So, and then of course we have the same one. So I don't know why this is twice. So the police are looking for an axe murderer. Remember this is a different bias. This is not the actor observer bias. The police are looking for an axe murderer. Who could it be? All right, raise your hand. How many of you think it's the man? Raise your hand. I think you guys know what's coming. How many of you think it's her? Yeah, okay, I think you guys knew this was coming. He looks like somebody who might, murder you using an axe, but Right. What's this called? This is called the halo effect. The halo effect is when one trait of a person or thing is used to make an overall judgment of that person or thing. It's one of the reasons why celebrities are used for commercial ads. Right, because it's the halo. It does, it doesn't mean the product is great or good, but because someone famous is talking about it, you're thinking, oh, well, it must be good. All right, I don't think we have time because I want to let you guys uh, continue working on your projects. So we're going to start next time here with an interview. Somebody is interviewing someone else about what are the different cognitive biases. She's going to talk about actor, observer, and halo effect, but there are many, many more. So, yeah, go ahead and continue working on your assignments. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. It's so busy.